Hi, we are in my living room today. It is the end of September and the end of Q3. So we're going to be going through all my favorites, the things that I've been loving for this past third quarter. I know I said this in Q2, but I seriously cannot believe how fast this quarter flew by. I feel like this one flew by even faster because I was finishing my pieces. With that, I don't really have a ton of stuff this quarter that I loved that's like new and exciting from the last one. A lot of the things that I loved last quarter, I loved this quarter too. So yeah, we're just gonna get into it and I'm gonna talk you through some of the things that I've been loving. I'm gonna start with clothing first. I feel like that's just the way these things go. And actually I have an undergarment for my first favorite. It is just this bra from Varish. I talked about it in a vlog of mine. Really cute blue bra. It's like a t-shirt material and it doesn't have an underwire, which is like the biggest thing for me. It's super comfortable. I really don't feel like I'm wearing a bra at all. I like to wear it under sweaters like this, but I also like to wear it under my super tight baby tees, like my Skims tees. You don't see the wire because there isn't one. I don't really have any bottoms in my favorites. I do have a lot of tops. The first one is not with me. It's at my mom's house, but it is the Cuckoo Intimates cami. We'll insert some photos of it here. It's just a really good cami. It's very expensive for what it is, but it's very comfortable. I love to wear it to sleep. I love to wear it out. It's very flattering on the body too. Even when you're not wearing a bra, it like kind of gives you some shape. And as somebody that is in the smaller demographic when it comes to size, it does a lot for the amount that I have. Another top that I've been loving, I actually got recently, and it's made such a big impact that it is in my favorites video, but it's this off the shoulder tee from Cotton. I think this is different from the one that like everybody was wearing in the summer. It has this like little waistband at the bottom, so it gives a really nice shape. I really like it. It's super soft. I've been wearing it a ton. I love cotton also. Like I've just been wearing a lot of cotton pieces this summer. I am very fortunate that they gift me a lot of things, but even if I wasn't gifted, I do buy a lot of cotton's pieces with my own monies. Some other tops that I've been loving are the Maison Moon tops. I only have one here and the other one is in my mom's house, but they're just so beautifully made. They're so beautifully crafted. I get a lot of compliments when I wear these. This one that I have here is just their little tank. I love the detail here. If you guys know, I used to wear the Princess Polly dress a lot over like pants and stuff, and it was because I had seen this top originally on like Pinterest or Instagram or something, and I just really wanted it, but I wanted to see what I could do with what was my closet at the time, and so I always wore that. But now that I have this one, I've been wearing it a lot. It's super cute. I wish I had it with me when I was in like Japan and Hong Kong, but it came after. But I guess that's just another sign for me to go. The last top that I have in my favorites is more of like a type of top that I've been gravitating a lot towards, especially when I'm like shopping, is like these little, I don't even know what you would call them, little like button-up blouses. I have this one with little eyelet details that I picked up in Hong Kong in May, just like literally off the side of the street. But I have other ones that I think are super flattering. I think I've always really loved like the short sleeve tight button up. You've probably seen me wear a ton, but I've been especially gravitating towards black ones because I think they look just really nice, and I think that it'll carry on into the fall as well. I do have one more fashion favorite, and that is a tasteful amount of polka dots. I will admit, when the polka dot trend came around, I was like, I hate polka dots. Like I've hated polka dots since I was a kid. I was always like a stripe girl, but I think that I found a lot of pieces at the thrift store that have the polka dots in like a not too in your face way, and not in a way that makes it look like 2012 Forever 21 kind of vibe, and that is the kind of polka dot that I gravitate towards. And yeah, I'm excited to bring that with me into the fall as well. For accessories, I'm gonna start with the bags, and I'm sure you can probably guess what my favorite bag of the quarter was. I think it's called the New York bag from Demille London. It is gigantic, as you can see. It fits my laptop. It has become my work bag. I bring it to school. I bring it out to cafes when I'm going to work. It is just the perfect size. I had a shoot earlier this month and then an event in the evening, and I was able to bring all of my stuff, all my rolls of film, my cameras, my batteries, and then everything that I needed to like freshen up throughout the day all fit really well in this bag, and it just looks so chic. That's quickly become my everyday bag. I have another purse actually in my favorites for this quarter. This one from Asoy. When I do have like the occasional event where I can bring a smaller bag, I love this one. It's got this beautiful opening here with the hinges, and I just love the details of it. I think that it's like a really well crafted bag. I think in Q1 I might have mentioned that I've been loving big chunky rings, and I still do love them. I think that I've kind of realized that I just like to wear my normal stack and then have these big chunky rings on my middle finger, especially because my middle finger is like, aside from the pointer finger, the next one that these rings usually fit. My fingers are quite thin. I've had this one from Suzanne that I featured in that Q1 video, but I've particularly been loving the ones from Pilgrim. I have this one in gold, and then I also have one, the same one in silver. Not too much, but just enough. I've noticed with a lot of my Pilgrim pieces, they have like kind of this closure that you can kind of like press into, so it makes it smaller, which is really helpful for my fingers. The last accessory that I have, I'm sure you can probably guess if you see my vlogs, are the Bonnie Clyde Misa glasses. Did I talk about this in a vlog? I don't know. I have been eyeing the baby glasses, or just like looking for a rounder pair of glasses. You watch my TikToks, sometimes when I'm doing styling videos or just sit down talking videos, I have these huge pair of like square glasses, and I do love them, but sometimes you want a smaller frame. It is a little bit performative of me. They're not prescription and they're not blue light. They're literally just for style. And the kicker is I actually wear contacts. Like, I have really bad vision, but when I wear glasses like regularly, my prescription's so bad that it like cuts my face in a little bit. Yeah, I love the embellishment on the side too. I think these are really different from their viral pair, which are the babies, and I like the shape because it's a little bit more bit of an angle to it, or a little bit more of like a geometry to it. I guess that's all I have to say about these glasses. They're just great. I also was like heavily inspired by like watching Crazy Rich Asians on the plane, as one does, and seeing Araminta in the food market scene. She had like long wavy hair, no makeup, and then she had these glasses on, and I thought that was a really cute look, and she just looks so naturally and effortlessly pretty, and I want to carry that into my mid and late 20s as I turn 24 in this next quarter. Anyway, moving on to beauty products. I only have 3 and they're all lippies. I haven't really changed much about my makeup routine. Last quarter I mentioned that I loved the Rhode Lip Shape in Lunge, and I still have been using that. And then I've been pairing them with the, first of all, the Rhode Peptide lip treatment or lip tint in PBJ. I think it's just like a perfect berry deep color, and it'll be perfect for fall as well. I've also been loving the Prada glowing lip color in just their white shade. Okay, it doesn't look white right now because I just put it on with the lip liner, but it's like this really nice glimmery sheer shade. I really like it for kind of like a natural everyday lip combo. My shower routine has always been pretty basic, non-scented products all the time, but I was gifted a bath set, honestly, like a year or 2 ago, and I didn't get around to using it until now, from Youth to the People, and their stuff smells so delicious. I've been using all 3 pieces together, and it's just been really great. The first thing is their Superfood and Niacinamide body cleanser, and this just smells like cedarwood, black pepper, and fresh greens. Such a nice, like, clean smelling body wash. It just smells super fresh, wakes me up in the morning, and it just feels really good on the skin too. I also like to exfoliate twice a week. This is actually something that I've repurchased because it's just so good. I've used a lot of body scrubs, but this one I think is my favorite. 10% AHA and yerba mate smoothing body scrub, and the scent is black pepper, ginger, and velvet wood, and it just makes my skin feel so smooth. And the final thing that makes my skin feel so smooth and actually like makes me smell delicious is the Hydrate and Glow Dream Body Butter. I literally need to buy a new one because I'm basically done. But it just smells so homey. I don't know how to describe it. It's like such a nice, like, deep woodsy smell that I associate like with the home, because we like our home to smell like this. It is yuzu and green tea and blonde woods. For skincare, I added one new thing into my regimen, and it quickly became a favorite. It is the Rhode Beauty Glazing Mist. I know a lot of people have different opinions about this because it makes people break out. It does have like pore clogging ingredients, but for me, it's a good first step before my toner. I only use it in the morning so that I have like kind of a glow throughout the day. I don't find that I have any issues with it on my skin, but everybody's skin is different. I just really like this. I think it gives my face like a nice, almost like gloss before I put on the rest of my skincare. It gives a nice base also. I find that my makeup blends a lot better when I use this too. So I do know that you can use it like on top of your makeup. You can use it to refresh your makeup. Personally, I don't really love it as that. I just love it as a skincare product. The final beauty product in my favorites is a hair product. It is kind of nasty, so don't look too close. It is the Maine Heated Round Brush. I have had this since Christmas. and I only just figured out how to use it, and my hair has been like super cute and bouncy. It just is a really quick and easy styling tool. It gives my hair like almost the same effect as if I used like rollers and did the full blowout, and it still gives me a good amount of volume. I know that like some people are gonna say your hair is like really flat, but before I was just like using a straightener and curling the ends in, and that would make my hair really flat. So I think learning how to use this and being patient with the technique of it all has really paid off. And so after 9 months, she has made it into my favorites list. For food and drink, I've been eating and drinking the same kinds of things. I will say that I have been really loving a cheesy matcha or like a cheesy bubble tea. I know that there are quite divided opinions about that. Like my boyfriend hates a cheesy matcha. He says it's like eating Cheeto dust, which I do not agree with. Like a subtle little like tangy cheesy tea, specifically matcha. And I've been loving the Molly Tea Premium matcha, and I've also been loving the Hey Tea Matcha Cloud, which is a little bit cheesier than the Molly Tea. They're really tasty and I'm craving them right now. So for entertainment, music, films, and shows, I've been really liking Smallville. Jason and I watched the new Superman movie this quarter and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really fun movie. I know that a lot of like comic fans were pretty split on it. I don't know too much about DC specifically, but I thought it was a really fun movie and it made me want to watch Smallville. So I've been on a kick recently. I'm on season 5. Yeah, it's just so much fun. The lore is like so good. They've done like a really good job at like building up the characters as well. Like, why am I rooting for Lex Luthor? Also, I love Lana Lang. I love her. Sorry. I know a lot of people think that she's like annoying and they are like day one like Lois and Clark fans, but like I don't know. I'm at a point in the show right now where I can't really see him and Lois together yet, but I'm hoping that she'll grow on me because I really like Lana. For music, I really loved Sabrina Carpenter's new album. I know a lot of people, I keep saying like everyone's like been divided on these things, but like I don't know, I thought it was a good album. I thought people were reading a little bit too much into it and expecting too much from it, and I just thought it was like a fun album and the songs are really fun and they're catchy. I also have Olivia Dean's Art of Loving on here. I love Olivia Dean. I started listening to her music last year and she's coming out with an album this week. Actually, at the time that I'm filming it, it will have been out for like 4 days by the time that you see this, but I just know I'm gonna love it because I've listened to her singles from the album, like Man I Need and Nice to Each Other, and I love those songs. They go platinum in this household, so I know that I'm going to love the full album. I just know. For books, I read 2 books this quarter, which is 2 more than I read last quarter. I do have a reading goal of 30 books, so if you guys think that I can read 26 books by Q4, let me know, because I think I might be able to do it. But I read The Vegetarian by Hannah Kang. It was okay. I didn't really love it. An odd read, but in almost a good way. A woman's role in family and independence and stuff like that. Female autonomy in relationships and like family complexes. But overall, I just didn't really like it, and I think that it might just have to do with the translation. I love reading Asian authors, but the struggle that I find is that the translation is not always the greatest. It's always kind of up in the air, and when I don't like something that's like a translation, I know that it can mostly be because I don't like the translation and not so much I don't like the actual book itself. So I did also read this book, which is Morning Abreast by Sai Sai, and I really liked it. It was different from what I was expecting. Every chapter is almost like an essay. It's a very quick and easy read, and it's about a woman that finds out that she has breast cancer and just kind of like going through the motions of like recovering and treatment and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm hoping for 26 books in Q4. I do have one like home good favorite, these pads. I've had a green pad for a while. These are these Snow Peak cushions. They unfold and you kind of just sit on the floor. I think they're mainly for camping. I use them because I sit on the floor a lot to like draw and to work. I recently got the orange one gifted to me very kindly. They're really cute. They add a fun pop of color. I've got 2 random favorites that I think are kind of building off of my random favorites from the past quarters. The first one is consistently moving my body. I was doing like Pilates and yoga this quarter pretty consistently and I felt really good, and it was like urging me to wake up earlier, which also made my body feel better. I think my brain was a little bit foggy when I was waking up at like 6 a.m. to go to classes, but it did make my body feel a lot better and I felt like a lot more regulated, and I noticed it a lot, especially when I went home for August and I wasn't moving around as much. I noticed like just how much my body is affected by movement and stretching and all that stuff. Duh. And the last one is exercising non-muscle muscles. That's what I wrote in my notes. What I've talked about before in my past favorites videos, like just learning a new language and exercising like creativity, or exercising creatively, trying new things, experimenting. Something that like I haven't like consciously made the decision to do, but I've just noticed that I've been doing it a little bit more and I've been enjoying it a lot more. Trying different ways to edit videos and trying different ways to draw for my thesis and drawing for my thesis architecturally also. I'm getting deja vu, but with my degree, like having spent like the past 6 years thinking so orthographically, everything is a plan, everything's a section, everything is a elevation, like very flat, kind of pushed me away from like wanting to draw and wanting to like do something different. And so when it came time to do drawings for my thesis, I felt like I was a little bit more open to experimenting and trying new things and having a little bit of fun with it. That's what I meant by exercising non-muscle muscles. And yeah, I think that's all for my favorites this quarter. I keep wanting to say term. Those are all the things that I've been loving. I'd love to hear what you've been loving, or if you have any recommendations for short books that I can read so I hit my goal of 26. Cannot believe we're in the last little bit of 2025, but I'm excited. I think a lot happened this quarter, so I can only imagine that like it's possible that so many things can change in this little bit of the year. In a good way. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!